Welcome to Sunday School for Sunday, October 13th, 2024, for our junior students ages 9 to 11. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's Bible basis is coming out of Job chapter 24, verse 1, then verses 9 through 12, and then verses 19 through 25. The title of today's story, In Due Time. They took everything, Josie exclaimed with tears. Tanya embraced her friend. At least they didn't take your life, was her best response to the forced entry and burglary of Josie and her family's home, which left them with a significant loss. It's just not fair. Josie threw herself onto the dismantled mattress from her bed. All my family does is give to this community in time, resources, and services. And this is the thanks we get? Tanya had to agree. She knew how Josie's father, a minister at True Vine Assembly Church, had counseled hurting families and people in distress. Josie had even worked with her mom, organizing and hosting community campaigns to solicit funds and supplies to aid the needy. Within a month, Josie's view of things was a little brighter. Eyewitnesses had stepped up to identify two suspects in connection with the robbery in her home. The insurance company had reimbursed her family for their loss. In addition, several community members had reached out in support to her family with meals and supplies. Josie and her family had more in the end than they started with. Why was Josie so devastated with the act of injustice on her family? How did God's light of justice shine on her family? Have you ever been the victim of some form of injustice? Can or did you trust God to bring justice in such a situation? In due time. Sometimes life seems so unfair, like God doesn't know what's going on, or that he doesn't care. This could have been the testimony of Job as he contemplated the injustices that surrounded him while enduring his own personal crisis. Job chapter 24, verse 1, then verses 9 through 12, and then verses 19 through 25. Why, seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know him not see his days? They pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor. They cause him to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaf from the hungry, which make oil within their walls, and bread, and tread their wine presses, and suffer thirst. Men groan from out of the city, and the soul of the wounded crieth out. Yet God layeth not folly to them. Drought and heat consume the snow waters. So doth the grave those which have sinned. The womb shall forget him. The worm shall feed sweetly on him. He shall be no more remembered, and wickedness shall be broken as a tree. He evil entreateth the barren that beareth not, and doeth not good to the widow. He draweth also the mighty with his power. He riseth up, and no man is sure of life. Though it be given him to be in safety, whereon he rested, yet his eyes are upon their ways. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. And if it be not so now, who will make me a liar, and make my speech nothing worth? Job's dim view of things was finally enlightened with the revelation and reality of God's timely and appropriate vengeance against the evil deeds of ungodliness. Job was able to capture a better picture when he recognized and rehearsed in his mind the ever-abiding and almighty power of God. The memory verse for today's lesson is Job chapter 24, verse 1. Why, seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know him not see his days? Whenever you experience or witness an injustice, your challenge is to trust God and to entrust the outcome of it to Him. Remember, although we cannot always be certain as to how or when God will administer justice, we can be sure that His justice will be rendered in due time. The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.